Give me an M!
M.
Come on, honey, this is exciting. It's March Madness. I want that same enthusiasm for the movies. Give me an O!
O.
Give me a V!
V.
Give me an I!
Really, honey, this is only a 4-minute podcast.
Give me a Y! Our next title is Rango. Now, Rango is...
That new Dodge truck?
No.
The Fifth Beetle?
No.
That Tex-Mex restaurant that just opened around the corner?
No. No. It's an animated film that tells a tale of a chameleon who, upon inadvertently killing the wicked Hawk of the East, becomes the protector of a depressed western town despite being short 2 amigos.
It's what?
It's an animated film.
An animated film? Well, how can I see his eyes?
Well, I mean, Rango has chameleon eyes, big bug eyes.
But
really.
what about Johnny Depp's wonderful smile?
Well, it's more of a leathery, lizard-like smile.
Leathery? The best part of going to a Johnny Depp movie is getting to see his great ass. Have you ever seen his great ass?
Well, I'm not really looking at a guy's
You
ass.
know, since he's a chameleon, maybe he can change himself into a lovely live-action Johnny Depp. This raises a question. What does Johnny Depp really sound like? I mean, he only uses his real voice in movies that nobody's seen. The Astronaut's Wife, Secret Window, Nick of Time. But then again, if you've enjoyed those movies, maybe this is the film for you.
Also featured are the vocal talents of Abigail Breslin, Isla Fisher, and Bill Nye. Not the science guy.
This movie is directed by Gore Verbinski, who declined to direct the 4th Pirates movie because he wanted to put together a project where he and Johnny Depp could work together in their pajamas. You know, I kind of respect that. Let me see if I have the plot right on this one. An arrogant, wealthy asshole gets turned into an ugly, but still wealthy asshole.
That's correct. Then, ugly asshole gets a visit from that charming asshole from How I Met Your Mother. Only here, he's not a charming asshole, he's just blind. So then, ugly asshole meets that chick from High School Musical and tries being less of an asshole. Like, he builds her a greenhouse on a New York City rooftop, but then he realizes he's running out of time to make her fall for him. So he finds the chick from Full House who first cursed him, and he begs her to give him more time so that he can show the hot chick that he's not an asshole. You know what type of guy makes a dick move like that? You know, asking for more time to remain ugly so he can nail a girl? That's right, an asshole.
Sounds like proof positive that Hollywood is only interested in ugliness when it happens to beautiful people.
The interesting thing here is that if you look at the guy, he's not so much ugly as he is just kind of tatted up and grungy looking. I mean, you get this guy a guitar and a bandana, they'll be the hippest thing on the Sunset Strip. So I don't know how much of a morality tale this is. I mean, to go from Winklevoss to Billy Corrigan, ain't that bad of a leap.
In any case, our hero has 1 year to find someone that loves him, or he'll have to stay this way forever. Which, I believe, is the same challenge that was recently put to Lindsay Lohan.
Now, the film looks like a fairy tale mishmash of Beauty and the Beast and Princess and the Frog, except without all that talking cutlery mucking things up.
This film features Wonder Twin Mary-Kate Olsen. I'm not sure, but I think that there's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. I'll tell you the joke. Mary-Kate Olsen. Boom! Take Me Home Tonight, a screen adaptation of its own soundtrack, tells the story of 3 teens in the late 80s and what happens to them during their last big blowout party of the summer. You know the one I mean. It's the same party found in 16 Candles, Weird Science, Risky Business, and Say Anything. That great 80s teenage party none of us actually attended. What is in all the movies about us anyway? The film stars that 70s show's Topher Grace, who apparently has people always telling him, hey, you look like you belong in another decade.
I guess it's an 80s movie, except the poster looks a lot like Glee. But everybody's dressed up like the black guy from Mannequin, so I guess I just get nervous because I love the 80s so much that I don't want this movie to misrepresent my youth.
Yes, but this happens over and over again. I mean, everyone is always thinking that this or that film about their youth got it wrong. Even good films like Boogie Nights had people saying, that's not what pornography was like.
I know. I remember my dad saying, that's not what the Fonz was like.
That's not what Winnie was like.
That's not what the sound barrier sounded like.
That's not what Nicole Kidman was like.
That's not how a bone turned into a spaceship.
That's not how we used a dinosaur as a quarry thing that moved rocks. In The Adjustment Bureau, Matt Damon stars as a man who finds out too much and is chased down for it. This is the opposite of the Bourne films, where he knows too little and tries to find out more, and is chased down for it. Can some movie please give Matt Damon the proper amount of information? I mean, hasn't he suffered enough for our entertainment?
In this latest film, Damon runs afoul of the title organization. You see, in an alternate reality where fedoras have come back in fashion, everybody's fate is predetermined. And if you stray from the correct path, the cast of Mad Men will show up and muscle you around.
But Damon bucks their plan, apparently by falling in love with Emily Blunt's ballerina character. Because after Black Swan, ballerina is the new Catholic schoolgirl.
So let me get this straight. The Adjustment Bureau is working overtime to prevent Matt Damon from hooking up with a really hot chick? Oh, I know what this is. I have lived with it. Is it just me, or does it sound like this high-level secret government agency is just somebody's overprotective dad?